This podcast is produced by the Harwood Productions Podcast Network. To learn more about the network and to find more of our shows, visit us online at www.harwoodpodcast.com. Hey there everyone, I'm Cameron Harris. This is the show where we're going to be learning how to take advantage of all the great resources that the internet has to offer. Learning, entertainment, shopping, it's all online, and we're going to learn how to use them. This is Internet for Everyone. Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Internet for Everyone, episode number 6. I'm Cameron Harris, and today we're going to continue our series on popular websites that are really quite useful or interesting. Today we're going to be talking about Wikipedia. Now, Wikipedia is basically an online encyclopedia. They have articles with great information on almost everything that you could think of. Let's take a look. So I've gone ahead and launched my web browser here, and Wikipedia's web address, or its URL, is actually slightly different than the rest of the URLs we've covered, and I'll show you what I mean. So of course, the first thing we're going to do is up in the address bar up at the top, we're going to start by typing http://www. and then Wikipedia, spelt WIKIPEDIA. So WIKI and then pedia, just like at the end of encyclopedia. And then instead of doing .com, most web addresses end with .com, but there are some that end with something different. In this case, Wikipedia is .org. And those little letters at the end, the little dot, something and something, whether it's .com or .org, those kind of give you a hint as to what the website is going to be like. So, for example, .com is meant for companies, com for companies. .org is for organizations. In fact, there are quite a few official sites for like governments and things like that are .gov. So things like that, or education.edu for education. So in this case, it's .org, so we're going to go ahead and hit enter. And this is Wikipedia's homepage. Now, in our last episode, we talked about Google, and it's kind of similar, actually. Very simple. A little more stuff down here. You can see that Wikipedia is in dozens of languages. But in our case, we only care about English. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to click around this little logo right here. These are some of the most common languages. And up at the top left, you'll notice English. So we can go ahead and click on English. And that'll take us to the English version of Wikipedia. And it says right up here, welcome to Wikipedia. Down here are some articles that they have featured on their homepage. But over in the left, on this little sidebar here, you notice there's this little search box. And that's what you're going to use to search for whatever it is you want to learn more about. So we can click in there, and let's say we wanted to learn about the internet. So we can just type in internet. And then you notice it actually gives us, just like Google, it gives us little pop-ups of suggestions of what we might want to search for. In this case, we just want internet, so we'll just leave it at that. And when we click go, it automatically loads up the page for the internet. And you can see here it's got some really great information here, how the internet started, some terminology, different technologies that are being used in it. And over here, you notice it actually has the contents, the little table of contents here. And these are actually all links. So you can see right here, first section is terminology, next is history, then technology, and technology has a couple different sections. Modern uses, that looks kind of interesting. If we click on that, it jumps us right down so that up at the top of our web browser, you notice modern uses. And this is the section for modern uses. Now in this case, the link didn't open up a different web page. This is still the same web page, but you'll notice over here our little scroll bar has jumped down to somewhere in the middle. So that link saved us the trouble of having to scroll through this really quite large web page and finding what we wanted. It just took us directly to what we wanted. So we can use our scroll arrows down here to scroll through here. Got some photos here, some history. Really great stuff. Now, Wikipedia is really great because, for one thing, it's completely free. For another thing, it is an incredibly great resource because it has articles on almost everything, whether it be people, something like the internet, objects, really almost anything that you could possibly imagine, events as well. Just type whatever you want into the little search box over here, and chances are Wikipedia will come up with a page that has quite a bit of information on that subject. Now, the reason that Wikipedia is so great, and also the reason it's called Wikipedia, is that those first 4 letters, wiki, it's kind of an odd word. Actually, wiki was actually, it's actually a part of the internet. A wiki is something that is a grouping of information, very much like an encyclopedia or a dictionary, except that a wiki means that it is completely maintained by its users. So there are actually people who, what they do is they will create and tend these pages. So, for example, someone could go in here and, let's say there was a new piece of information in the history of the internet. They could add it in here. And that's why it's so quick, and it's almost always up to date, and it's actually surprisingly reliable. So it's a really great resource for just learning about pretty much anything. Well, I hope you get some great uses out of Wikipedia. It is an awesome site. I use it pretty much daily, whether it's for research or just something that I'm interested in. Now, until next time, be sure to visit our website, which is www.harwoodpodcast.com. There we have the show notes for this episode, as well as all of our other episodes, and of course our other podcasts as well. And if you have any questions or comments for me, you can send me an email at cameron@harwoodpodcast.com. I'll see you next time. Happy browsing, everyone.